Right, bar's open. Kind of, anyway. I mean, we haven't got anywhere to sit yet, but, well, you could sit around the bar, I guess. But, yes, I think this is coming together. Ooh, Tope's here. Back plays up more house flipper. So, it has been a little while. It has definitely been a little while since there's been a video of House Flipper on the channel. There's been weekly streams since HDTV came out, but now I'm trying to work my way back to getting regular videos out to accompany the regular streams. So if you haven't seen any of those streams, the VODs are all on the channel, but you haven't missed anything because we're going to continue on this separate profile. So there's two separate profiles I've got on the game at the moment. One that I've been playing on the stream, and then one that I'm playing on the recording. So if streams are not your sort of thing, that's cool. Understand totally. But you won't be missing out on anything. So we are going to be doing a couple of things today. We're going to be starting on the bar project. This is basically, or pub project. This is basically to celebrate the fact that the world is hopefully returning to some form of normality, and things are opening up. At least in my world they are anyway, and pubs will be reopening very soon. In fact, I think by the time this video will be out, they will have already opened up, and so I thought, what better time to build a pub? It's still going to be a little bit crazy for a while, so yeah, I think the first thing we're going to do, is we're going to finally, we are going to move out from the first office. It's been God knows how many different episodes that I've made on this channel, but yeah, we still have stayed in the first office. We're going to move into the boring house. Now, this was the last video we made on the channel, and if you haven't seen these, then roink back into my channel and have a look back over those videos. I love this house so much that I think we're going to move the office here. So I've got to try and remember how to do that, guys, because I have move office here. There we go. There we go. It's as easy as that. Awesome. So we've got 258,000 at the moment. We're going to go back to the first office. We'll sell this. I've got a few jobs open on this profile that I need to finish up, but we're not going to worry about those today. So there's a whole load of mess out the back that I've never really showed you guys, but I think we'll kind of just leave that stuff. So we'll say sell house. We might as well put it up for auction, I guess. We'll do it as a modern house and see if we just get a little bit of something. We got 10%, perfect. So let's put it up for auction. Anybody want to give me big bucks? 4,000, is that all? Can we negotiate at all? Can we do a little bit of a negotiation? Get maybe another, see if we can get another £700. No, maybe let's see if we can get another 1,000. Negotiate offer. That seems a little bit like a lot of money. Extra 25%. Oh, he took it. Perfect. What a legend. Right, so that is yours. That house is all yours. We do not need to see that because it's been done a long time ago. So yeah, I'm not actually, have to say, I'm not particularly sad to see that place go, because I did it such a long time ago. But this place I am really loving. Right, so I've picked out what I think is going to be a good pub location, and we're going down the list a little bit. I think it was is it this one? I think this is the one. Right, so let's zoom off to this. Okay, so I wanted something that's a reasonably decent size. Okay, this doesn't look like it's in terrible condition, but it's a fairly, it's quite an interesting layout. It's quite large. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little montage, cleaning up, knock it down, get it all back to basics type dealy. Oh, that's a pretty little pattern on there. Right, guys, so yeah, here we go with a little montage. Okay, right. So I think the first thing to work out is the rough layout of this pub or bar. So I think probably we're going to want kind of keep it fairly simple. I'm going to have like a back room area, bathrooms, and then the main bar area. So this bit here looks like a fairly good spot to start a bar. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to run lintels across and see where we can kind of make it look like it makes sense. So I think we want to go kind of this size. Obviously we're going to need something down below. That may even do it. That may even do it for the actual bar. Maybe one more. Go one more block. And then let's find a point on this wall. So we'll go there. We'll make these bathrooms, I think. Or toilets at least. I'm just going to put a wall across for now. Block these in. Just so we can kind of pencil out the rough shape of this. Get this making sense. And then let's get a lintel in there, and then that needs to be a full. Right, okay, so the challenges are, well, a couple of different challenges. That's obviously now thinks it's a separate room back there, which is fine. So it's not going to do, it's going to do the lighting thing in here. It switches the lights on and off for you. So let's just get another light up that end while we're thinking of that. Lamps. So I'm just using these for now, just to kind of get a bit of light in here. Right. So I think we're going to go with. I've put a couple of floor options down. I think we're going to go with this one, which is this. I think it's this floor panel brown parquet. Is it that? Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be the whole of the bar, or the whole of the customer facing part of the bar. It's going to be in this floor. So I think there's a few sort of key bits to work out in this. Beyond the layout, that can all stay as it is for now. This is big enough? I think this is going to be big enough. I think it's going to be a reasonably small place, but I think we'll be big enough for what we want to do. So let's paint. Let's paint. Do we want to paint the bar or do we want to panel it? Let's have a look at the options here. So we've got this kind of top of the bar section. I'm just wondering if like a set of shelves up there, if I could get something up there that we could put glasses on. Because we've now got quite a lot of glasses. So I'll come back to that in a second, but let's look at what we could use actually as a bar. So the obvious candidate for a bar is like kitchen cupboards. So let's have a look at those cupboards. Well, this is just normal cupboards, isn't it? Well, we'll explore a few options here. See what we think can work. That's around about the right height, but it's got that lip. What we want, the key kind of components to this is it needs to be able to click together, tightly click together. I'm not too worried about the one side looking weird because I can kind of double it up, because we could do something like that potentially, although that's, as I said, you need to be careful whether they'll actually butt up right next to each other, because you don't want a gap like that. Will they go this way? No, so this is probably not a good option at all. So maybe it will only be kitchen cupboards that work, or kitchen units. So we want something really plain. Really plain and really simple, and we definitely want just like a wooden top to it. What have we got options wise? That's a hanging cabinet, so that's not right. So it's going to be, I think this is going to be a challenge to find things that kind of look convincing, don't look like kitchen units, because that immediately looks like a kitchen unit. Needs to be dark, doesn't it? I think not dark like that, but maybe oak. It needs to kind of. I'm just wondering if anything with those kinds of details on will work. So that's an option, because I'm pretty sure that these will kind of sit right next to each other with no gaps. So that's not terrible, and in context that might work. So let me explore this a little bit, guys, see if I can figure out a thing that makes sense here. So be right back. So I'll take you through how I've done this, and then I'm going to have to kind of perfect it and get it right, and then do the next big chunk. So first of all, I was looking at the kitchen cabinets. The kitchen cabinets seem like the most obvious thing to use, because they do kind of butt up quite nicely with each other. The problem you find is a lot of them are actually quite low, and what you get when you get the corners, so there are corner pieces for these, for example, but you get this little gap here. And this little gap isn't perfect for us, but I think we can probably make it work. As long as we blend the colours in, I think we can make that work. And I think in order to get the height working, we can kind of raise this up a bit. So I think that's what we're going to do. And then in order to get this, well, this was my first kind of version. So this is actually paving slabs from the garden flipper. Stacked up, so surface is paving slabs, and then I'm using. I've done a bunch of this, but there are definite kind of eccentricities to the way this works. What I'm doing is basically just stacking them up, and I'm stacking them. I have stacked these all the way to the ceiling, So if you look, you haven't seen me do this before, but basically these seem to sort of defy gravity. So what you can do is stack them all the way up to the ceiling, delete all the ones underneath them, and then create these kind of hanging shelves. So this was my proof of concept, and I think it actually kind of works. Once you put the context of, give it some context and put glasses on it and a bar stool, it kind of comes together. I'm not 100% happy with the colours, so I think I'm going to go to something a bit more like this kind of combination. So there's going to be a big jump now where I'm going to be a matter of seconds for you, but many, many lives for me. Stacking all of these up, getting all around this corner. Right, so back in a sec. Right, so I think that looks pretty decent actually. So what I ended up doing was putting the floorboard parts on top as well. So I've got boards down there, cupboards here, some kitchen cupboards here, and then another row of the decking on top there. Just jump over the side, and then this is what I'm going to do on the other side, just to cover this section up. I may actually leave some of those drawers showing because that kind of does make sense. Bar stools all around the side really help, obviously, and then this like these table mats, sort of napkin things on top as well help. So next stage is to add all the top layer in, all the shelving. So next jump forward. I think that's kind of working. Played around with a few different colour combinations, but I think for now we're going to leave it in the grey. So obviously I need to put all the glasses up there. That will kind of sell the idea a bit more, and then once this has got some decorations and things, I think that will make a bit more. That will kind of sell it as well. So I think the next bit to do is this probably needs walling off back here. I've cut one of the walls out as well, by the way, just to kind of get access back here. So we definitely don't want all of this shown. We definitely don't want this back door showing. But it's going to be a question, really, of how much space we can afford to lose. So we're going to need, I'd say if we put a door here, so let's go, I think it's 3 lintels you need for a door. Is it 4? Maybe it's 4. Does that look right? I think so. And then yeah, looking at that, it's all then going to get very tight, isn't it? So I kind of might not worry too much about the fact that there's a back door there. And just, I want to make sure that we've got a sort of reasonably usable space. And the bit that's important to me is obviously the bar space, and less so this back space here. So I may actually just brick the window off here. I always forget to use the fact that you can do that, but you can bring that across, can't you? So let's just have a look at that a second from the other side. Obviously we need to bring this out. So let's see what it looks like if we do this and then that. And I think that does leave a little bit of an access to the back there. It does. Yeah, so I think this might work if we put some sort of shelving unit back there. In fact, maybe it can even come a bit further forward. That's still quite a lot of space back there. Let's see what it looks like with a unit. So I want something that's going to work like a big kind of countertop. I'm just playing around with the idea of these bottles up there. So that might be what we use as a kind of a yeah, like where you see all the kind of cocktails and things, all that sort of stuff. We're not going to be able to make a pump, any beer pumps, unfortunately. So we may have to just go with it being kind of that sort of bar and ignore the lack of beer pumps. So what can we use here? Let's go back to the kitchen cupboards, I think. Kitchen furniture. No, kitchen. And we'll have a look again at the one we looked at earlier, which was the big sort of one-off unit. Actually, those aren't terrible. It's not going to be tall enough though, is it? We want something we can make. We want something deep, I think. So this is the only thing I can think of that's kind of going to be right. Let's go like that. And then what do these look like? Yeah, see, that's going to be my problem. I don't want this corner, but we could close that off. In fact, let's go the other way round. What I'm not sure of is how these work in a kind of L shape. Will it work like that? In fact, that does work quite well. So can we bring, if we bring this wall out then, can we do another one around this corner? Have we got enough space to do that? Yeah, it's tight, but I think behind bars is usually tight. So this is the only bit that I'm not 100% sure of, but we could just brick across this. There's a little gap there, isn't there? There's a little gap that it's not going to quite let me do. I think that would probably look better than leaving it open. Okay, so let me next have a look at shelves. So we want furniture. These always confuse me where these are hanging. There we go. And I think this time we'll go dark. Right, so we want to go round the corner here. We kind of want to go all the way around this edge, and we want, I think, like a couple of shelves. So let's push this right into the corner. Get this right over. It's not quite right, is it? Hopefully these, sometimes these, when you change the angles on these sorts of things, they don't kind of work together, but we shall see. I'm not too worried about the colours on this at the moment, because I think, yeah, see, that's what I mean. It won't quite let it line up. I think we can probably get away with that. We can probably hide that away. Once you've got stuff on those, I think they'll look all right. And then maybe we'll leave that for a picture. I'm sort of reluctant to use too many artworks. I've seen a lot of people do these sorts of things before, and what they tend to usually just do is put a big picture up on the wall. But I sort of don't really want to do that, as in put a sort of picture of a load of cocktails up on the wall. I'm going to try this method where I just put down a load of bottles and see if I can make that work. Right, bar's open. Kind of, anyway. I mean, we haven't got anywhere to sit yet, but, well, you could sit around the bar, I guess. But yes, I think this is coming together. You'll have to let me know what you think, guys. I think the bottles up there actually work pretty well. They're obviously empty, but I think they kind of work okay. Got all the glasses up, and yeah, we'll nip around there in a second. But we'll just sit from this side. Actually, is the best view of it. I decided to add all these mirrors back here as well, because I think that really kind of added something. A couple of pictures on the wall. I can feel the FPS already starting to struggle, but we'll get there. Right, let's go round and have a look. So we've left all these drawers back here. We've got some fridges and things under the counter. We've got another one in there. Left these units in. We've got this kind of snack station, kind of bar snack bit. Dishwasher or glasses washer. Some more little fridges. I tried to get more fridges on the back here, but I just couldn't really get it to work. So it's definitely become more of a bar than a pub. It was my original intention was to make a pub, but I think it's looking pretty cool. It's going to be a trendy bar. As I said, we can't do anything with kind of beer pumps and stuff, so I think we would kind of push that way anyway. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. We've got loads to do, obviously. We've got to add some places to sit and some toilets and stuff like that in. But I think that's a pretty good start. I think that looks pretty convincing. I'm pretty happy with that from back here. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. My name's Dave. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and comment, all that good stuff. And I shall see you guys on the next one. Take it easy.